Everything in my life has been ruined. I'll talk about it on tea time.
All right.
I have to see whenever it like appears, so I know for sure
Yeah.
we're live.
The tweet has been deployed. Oh my god.
Or retweet it.
How do you turn off? Oh my god.
How do you
Turn
turn
what
Leave
off?
this conversation. Currently, Modramoth and this other guy, don't know who it is exactly, and Umbra are have me in a conversation on Skype.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't you just
And-
leave? Leave the. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm leaving this
Fucking-
conversation.
I-
They're
I-
currently talking about Hitler and gay jokes.
Yes.
Nice.
Um,
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
wow. Leaving.
I offended someone, but I won't say what I did because it's pretty bad.
Oh wow.
But at the same time, I don't really give a shit anyways, so that's fine.
Okay. So what were you
Yeah.
gonna tell us all, Brazil?
Everything in my whole life has been ruined because Guild Wars 2 is shit because of Fractals, and I fucking bought a Burning Abyss deck, and then like a week later, it got nerfed on the ban list, so it's like unplayable, and the only thing good is Fallout 4, so that's what I've been doing. And so Guild Wars 2 can, I don't know, fuck off for a while.
Would you like to expand
Okay.
on the fractals thing, seeing as that is something we should probably talk
yeah.
about?
They can expand on Fractals by adding leaderboards to it, finally.
Ooh.
That's an idea.
That's what they can do since they've said that and it hasn't happened yet and probably never will. They can also fix the fucking collection because that's still probably going to be broken whenever the new iteration comes out in December, which is too late. And I mean, the way they said make damage builds more viable by removing the toughness scaling. What exactly
After
do you
level 50.
fucking mean by that? What do you mean make damage builds more viable? Do you think people were playing tank builds? Do you think people were only playing condition damage builds? Like, how do you even say something like that? That's retarded. No
But,
offense to, I mean, whatever, but who gives a shit? Fuck it. Guild Wars 2 is really making me mad, and Fallout 4 is
Oh,
the
I
best
think
game
no. You
ever
know what? I
made.
think what they're talking about is that because if the toughness continues to scale up past
I
50
know.
and is really really high, I think it means damage builds as opposed to condition builds. Condition builds bypass toughness, right? So
Yeah, but like,
I know
it's
I
still
know what you mean.
ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
But
just- I
no,
think-
I totally understand.
It's a poor
that,
choice
yeah.
of words, I think. But
No, I think that's exactly what it meant to say. That to make damage builds more viable
It
as
should
opposed to
have
condition.
said power builds.
Yeah.
Because
Power
damage
builds. Fair
builds
enough.
means
Fair enough.
anything that does damage.
Yeah, yeah.
Power
it is-
means power builds.
yeah, power builds. I think that's what they meant.
that's what I think
But-
as well.
But I don't think that that was the necessary thing to be done in Fractals. Like, what else did they say they were changing? They were going to improve the rewards.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll see how well that goes because they've improved the rewards like 9 times and they've just gotten worse each time. And I don't know why enemies still don't do any damage at all. Like Card was doing the Grawl Shaman, like the legendary imbued shaman at like a level 90 something the other day. And he said that the arrows he hits you with don't even do as much as they used to do at the old 50. Why is that a thing? I remember when we went to Fractal 80 back in the day, like a fucking veteran Ascalonian warrior would hit you for 40,000 damage with Rush. Why doesn't the damage scale if the toughness scales?
Well, that's it though. I don't think that the toughen isn't going to scale now. It seems though they heard everybody complaining about the rewards. They probably, if they heard that, they probably heard people complaining that it's not any more difficult at 100 than it is at 50, but they chose not to address that in any way, shape, or form. They instead chose to, I guess, if they're nerfing not nerfing, but changing the toughness to not scale anymore, it's going to be even easier at level 100. So maybe that's just their choice now. Fractals aren't supposed to be heard.
I mean, Maybe, but there are also other things too, like making damage builds more viable, which I still don't like. But
Power builds, you mean?
yeah, no, they said damage builds. I'm
I
gonna
know, but
hold them.
still,
I'm gonna fucking
for
hold them
sure
to
it
the
means
wording of
power
that.
builds.
Yeah.
Maybe, but there are other things like whenever you crit your enemy, it gives them a boon. Like that's literally just
Crazy.
saying you should play a tank condition damage build. That's what fractals are now because I guess whoever's designing fractals literally has an erection that's that big for tank condition damage builds.
Hmm.
So,
But would that be so bad if the fights were a bit shorter? If I mean, would that really be bad? Or do you think it has to? You have to be able to play power as well.
no, I mean, I don't care if the fights get shorter. I'd rather that happen because fighting Lornar Dragonseeker for 10 minutes is not fun. Or fighting the champion room in the Harpy Fractal for 15 minutes or fucking fighting just old Tom for 20 minutes is not fun.
You're talking about what level right now?
Like anything higher than 50.
Okay. Well, if toughness doesn't scale anymore, it'll go a little bit faster probably.
Yeah, but that might happen. And if the rewards get better, then
It'll
we're
be
still
less.
probably looking at the fractal weapon collection being bugged. They haven't
Mhm.
said anything about that.
That's true, they
Like,
haven't. But they don't usually in these releases, they don't usually address the bugs. They address the changes they're going to make, right? If there's a bug, they don't talk about it until they
sure,
fix it. Um, but but the way it looks like they're saying they're going to change things so that things will be less tedious past level 50, but not harder. So I
yeah,
know I know that you're
but
not happy about that.
less tedious. I don't even know if that's the right word because they're still tedious. Like whenever you do like the urban battleground fractal and you're doing it with the instability where enemies randomly inflict conditions, every single hit from the arrow cart counts for that. So like you just run up to the gate and you're getting feared, you're getting immobilized, you're getting like 25 stacks of fusion. Like you're just like it's just nothing about that is good design or interesting or fun or hard or challenging. It's just like tedious horseshit. And like instabilities where whenever you crit an enemy, it
They
gives
get a
them a
boon.
boon.
That's insane.
Oh
Why?
no.
Like you can't even do anything about that with boon removal. Like
Too
they
many.
build
That's
up
interesting
boons
though.
so
These
fast that that mechanic doesn't even matter.
So that instability basically it makes it so that you need to change your build in order to play it.
All of the instabilities are poorly designed, contribute nothing other than irritation, and should quite frankly just be taken out of fractals. And they should make the fucking damage from the enemies just scale. That's all they need to do. Make the damage scale. So you have to think
Really?
about how you're going
That's
to
what you
approach
want?
it.
You want just damage scaling?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
So
I'd
say
be
okay.
happier with that.
So we scrap.
Really?
Because that makes you take into consideration aggro management, makes you take into consideration stuff like protection, blocks. It makes you actually have to change your build and
So
strategies.
you're telling me that if they have the damage scale up to 100,
Yeah,
and then at level 100 you're playing along and everything is one-shot mechanics, you're going to be not complaining about
you
that.
have to make the one-shot mechanics into not one-shot mechanics because that's what you had to do when you were going to Fractal 80 before because they were one-shot mechanics and you had to reduce them down to not one-shot mechanics through protection, through toughness from other sources, through blinds, through like max meleeing, through better strategies. Like none of the strategies for fractals have really changed. It's just get annoyed by an instability and not take any damage from a boss, but fight him for 10 minutes. That's what fractals are now. It's just a fucking mess. There's nothing fun about them, or interesting about them, or rewarding about them, or anything good about them at all. And they're changing that, but I don't even think the changes they're making are going to make them fun or worth doing.
So what do you think would be, like, let's say top 3 changes they could do to make fractals as good as they could be?
So you do a level 100 or something, and you have,
Let's say you're at level 100. Yeah.
sure, you have a really high chance of getting like an ascended chest that you can pick like whatever armor stat or armor piece or whatever the fuck out of it you want. Give people a reason, maybe even like just make that a daily or like a weekly or something.
Maybe a weekly. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can fucking like get something good out of it that's basically guaranteed. That would be really useful. And if you're making the damage scale, level 100 is my trend, and that's not going to be very easy to do if her damage scales up. So you're doing something that's hard that you get a good reward for, so it might be worth it to do that. The instabilities need to be just honestly taken away because they're to the point where they're just like, I don't even think I need to say anything else about them. They're just ridiculous and not in a good way.
What would you have instead? What instability would you
I
would you
wouldn't
have that would not be frustrating or annoying?
I would take the part of my brain out that thought being clever and different was good, that made the instabilities, and I'd throw it in the trash. Because that's not innovation in a good way. That's like saying, oh, I'm really smart and I want to be different, so all cars should have square wheels, because that's going to make them different and cool.
But
What the fuck? No.
Is there no salvaging instabilities? What about the basic ones, like the one that gives you
Like,
periodic agony?
If
The agony
anything,
one.
they should be optional and you get better rewards
Yeah.
for turning them on. Something like that. So people like are pulling their hair out at will. Not
Exactly.
because they have to do it.
So
So
the really cancerous ones, you could put them into like the what was the Queen's Gauntlet? What were they called? Gambits.
Gambits.
Yeah, with the sort of skulls even, you could say. Something like that.
So number one was weekly maybe ascended armor
Sure.
chests. Okay. Number two was remove instabilities. Number three is
Damage scaling.
damage scaling. So would you say that would be interesting enough for people to grind all the way to 100 if that's all you had?
Probably. I would be more inclined to do it, but I don't know if Joe Blow, who just wants to have an easy time playing a PvT or a Cleric Guardian, would want to grind to 100 at that point. I don't know, but
That's not that important though. Really.
I don't really care about that person either because they're not going to be doing raids.
And what do you get while you're going from, let's say, 50 to 100? If only at 100 do you get your weekly chests, for example, or so on and so forth? Like, what kind of rewards would you say are necessary for that progression?
What about like Bolts of Damask and stuff that's like more expensive now than it used to be, apparently, or like crafting materials, stuff like that. I mean, that seems like it could be a reasonable drop that would probably hurt the economy, and John Smith or whatever the hell his name is probably wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
But
The thing is, though, I think they do want raids to be this is what you do to get rewards. You know, this is what you have to do every week.
Raids are what
to
you
get the
do
swag.
to get rewards, and fractals are what you don't do.
That is unfortunately the case. But surely there has to be a hierarchy, though. You know, to the reward structure.
Like, raids have all the rewards and no one can do them. Fractals are annoying, so no one wants to do them. And now dungeons have absolutely no reason for anyone to do them. That's the hierarchy that Guild Wars 2 has created.
Yes. Yeah. To a certain degree, dungeons are much less rewarding. I believe it's about a third of what it used to be.
I don't even know if it's that high, honestly.
No, well, never mind. But what percentage of the player base do you think it should be able to do raids? How hard do you think it should be? I
don't really know. I mean, there is so much variance in the player base. I know this from experience because I've tried to get people into Guild Wars 2 that I've known in real life. And like they couldn't figure out, like their bags filled up and all of their armor was broken. They couldn't figure out how to repair armor or delete stuff from their inventory. And they were like level 40 or 50.
Oh.
And it's like, what?
Yes.
And so I'm sure there are people like that running around at level 80 that like log in once a week and they just go kill some normal mobs in like Wayfarer Foothill, and that's all they do. Like, and then I'm sure there are people like me out there. Well, I know there are people like me out there. They're just bored
I
with
don't think
game.
people like Brazil exist.
Yeah, and we're just playing Fallout 4. That's all we're doing. So,
So for, let's say, level 100 fractals, do you think, right now, for AR,
yeah.
agony resistance, you could get enough agony resistance so that it's just like it was at 50, where you have your max, basically? Is that how it works? You could probably get enough agony resistance to completely negate agony at level 100 now?
You couldn't really do that at 50 before.
Well, no, but it's just like down by
It tickles you.
small amounts. Tickles you, basically, yeah. At 70 AR, it basically just tickled you.
Yeah, but with like 85 and 95 AR, it still did about the same as it did with 70 AR.
Right, that's what I mean, though. It was
Yeah.
like maxed out at that point.
Right.
Um,
So you can, I mean, at level 100, I have 150 AR.
okay, and
So
that
I can,
that basically maxes out tickles you.
yeah.
Do you think that that is a good idea? I think AR was maybe one of the better mechanics in Fractals, and if they were going to keep the higher level Fractals difficult, it's not so much damage scaling that's a good idea. It was the AR
I think that
being
agony
powerful to you.
is a good mechanic because it reduces healing by 50%. I think that's like, I think that's a good mechanic. That's like poison or something. You have to think about when to use and when not to use your heal skill.
Yeah.
If you're in like a situation where you have like 10% health and you have agony, do you say, oh, do I heal now so I don't get hit by this damage or whatever that'll kill me, or do I wait 3 seconds and maybe get hit by the damage or whatever? You see what the point is. But I don't know, like
You don't think
the damage from it.
the damage from it
see
is
what you're
very
saying.
good? Because
I'm not
I feel
really-
like,
I'm not sure how they would like do that.
yeah, I just don't know if it should have been possible to max out your agony resistance up to level 100 so that you could have it just tickle you instead. I thought that maybe level 100 should be different from other levels
Well,
in
you
that it's
can
much more difficult.
apply stacks of agony, and with each stack, it like ignores the resistance a little bit.
Okay.
So the health scaling or the health reduction, I don't think scales, but the damage does. Like if
Okay.
you get like 3 stacks of agony, then and you have 150 AR, like you're taking more damage. So
Okay.
I think it still works that way. It used to, but
So what do you, by this Boots, you want some fights that have kind of a healing pressure throughout the whole thing?
Well, I'm thinking if we're going
slowly-
ahead with Brazil's idea of taking away instabilities, I don't think that the only way that damage scaling would be, the only thing that would make level 100, maybe 90 to 100 more difficult than 50 is damage scaling. I think that maybe agony resistance shouldn't be just completely bypassable by agony. Agony shouldn't be completely bypassable by agony resistance at that high level. If we're talking about level 100 being the max and it's going to stay that way forever, I think that, agony should be a thing that actually is something you're scared of at high level fractals. But I mean, I don't know. Who cares if that's not something people are thinking of?
I don't know. I don't know that I'd have a problem with that, but what I have a problem with is how fractals are now. And I'm not convinced they're going to get much better.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, did they give a timeline of when they were making those changes?
Oh.
December
Okay.
something.
Okay. So, we'll see in December.
Yeah, we still have 3 weeks to not do fractals. 3
I
weeks to
actually
play Fallout 4.
I actually want to start doing some fractals because raids are fast approaching, and you're gonna need a little bit more ascended gear than usual with raids. And I don't have all my characters geared up. I think I have only one set of ascended
Is
armor.
your plan to get ascended drops from fractals?
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Because that's not going to happen.
Any incentive drops at all?
You might get bad rings.
Oh, I
You're
love
not
that.
going to
Didn't
get armor or weapons.
wasn't there some drop research on the Reddit and
Yeah, I
didn't
think it's
wasn't
like
like
less than 1%.
yeah, wasn't it about 1 in 700 or something?
Hmm. That's annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I just have to have a lot of money.
But the thing is, though, I think there is some validity to the economy thing, because if they start throwing around ascended drops and really high-level fractals, then eventually the ascended material market is kind of going to become obsolete, because people will just grind up to level 100 and get their
Yeah,
drops.
but not everybody can do that. Like, and
Yeah.
also, you know, it's still, yeah, it's a different kind of grind, but it's a grind nonetheless. And and it's gonna be account bound, right? It's not gonna be sellable afterwards.
But yeah, but I mean, if the demand goes down, then the price also goes down.
Yeah, and Umbra has a point. It won't reduce the price of crafting ascended armor, because if it's really hard in fractals, then all people won't be able to do it.
It really depends on how hard it will be, or how hard, or if they decide to implement this. Say if they dropped a few ascended crafting materials as well that were account bound. It depends what the drop rates would be and how hard it is to get stuff. And also what's going to happen with raids, of course, because who knows, maybe raids will give you some dank swag you can use, although probably focused around the legendary armor, which is even better than ascended.
Which I'm not interested in at all.
How are you not
Really?
interested
How are
in
you-
legendary?
Because the legendary, like, collections for the legendary stuff is like, I mean, how much of the crystalline ore do you need? Like 500 plus?
Something like that.
And like you go do a dragon stand and you get like 3.
Well,
Because maybe you'll have enough time to cut open 3
Oh.
noxious pods.
well, I think that's a little
And
bit pessimistic.
You
That's maybe a bit.
Is it?
I don't know. I've been able to get a fairly good amount of crystalline ore after every dragon stand. I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to do it a lot, but I mean,
So how much?
It
Let's
kind of
say
should
how
be,
much
right?
crystalline ore do you have right now, Teapot?
I think I have about 50.
Okay, I have like 40, but I think I only got that from storyline.
Oh,
And so maybe if I just keep on doing storyline with different characters, that'll give me a good amount.
huh.
But you know that at the end of Dragon Stand, after you defeat the mouth, there's that seller, the merchant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Holy crap, things are expensive there.
yeah. Feels
Leadership runes. Are
Leadership
600
runes. I want leadership runes for my Chronomancer.
I know. I do too.
The gold cost isn't so bad, but holy
600
crap.
ore. I'm never getting those. That's never going to happen.
Well,
Why would you put things in your game that people are going to see? That's stupid. I'll never get those, and then they just don't. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is? Why would you do that?
And that must be the only way to get them. Otherwise, why would they make it so ridiculously difficult
Yeah.
to buy it?
Well, maybe that.
And it's
they
not like
will-
they're that good. Why?
They're good for like one build on one class.
Yeah.
They could potentially add in new sources, though. And
Yeah,
maybe
they could add new fractals too.
they
Are they gonna
could.
get
That's
start
quite
making
unlikely, though.
bountiful sharpening stones and boon duration food prohibitively expensive too, or like?
I mean,
Kind of
there gets to a point where we could, or it's on the table, shouldn't be a selling point. Like, it can be clever and it can hold people's attention for a while, but you shouldn't, like, take people hostage with those terms. That's a little ridiculous. And I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
I
But,
completely
you know-
forgot what I was going to say. God damn it.
To be fair, it's on the table, and we could be doing this. They're saying these about things that maybe they'll be changing. Like You're saying Heart of Thorns is terrible because Fractals suck and rewards and Fractals suck.
No, I'm not saying Heart of Thorns is terrible.
Well, you don't enjoy Guild Wars 2 right now because of that.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. But I mean, that's one element in so much content besides that.
So let's actually talk about that.
Okay.
I don't really think it's as much content as people think it is. I think that it's not very much content sealed behind, you could call it a grind, or sealed behind time gating, or however long it takes you to get your mastery points. Because, I mean, by the time you've got all your mastery points and all your experience bars filled out, there's nothing else to do in the expansion. Like, you're like, okay, that's it, I'm done. And I'm basically done. I need 3 mastery points, and I'm finished. And I've been thinking about that, and it's like, okay, there's not anything really left in the expansion. And people are going to tell me, well, you didn't have to do it so fast, Brazil. You didn't have to do the content that fast. And that's maybe true.
Yeah, but you did it just in time for raids.
Yeah. Which is like, if you want to be able to do raids, you kind of have to get that stuff done.
No. You only need
I think it could be important, actually, because in the Veil Guardian fight, there
are
adrenal
speed
mushrooms?
boost mushrooms?
Are there
may
adrenal
have been
ones?
adrenal mushrooms.
I'm not sure. I can't remember if there were adrenal ones, because obviously if there were adrenal ones, that's huge.
That's game changing. I don't think they'll put adrenal ones in.
Well, why not, though? I mean, if in raids...
What do you mean, why not?
Yeah, why not? Why should there not be a big barrier to do the raids?
Because if they put adrenal mushrooms in, they balance the fight around adrenal mushrooms. Otherwise, it'll be way too easy. So, in other words, it'll be necessary to have that. They can't do that.
Well, it could just make it way easier.
Yeah, but they don't want to do that either.
That is true. And seeing as people actually beat it already without the masteries, I think that would be probably too much.
I don't think so.
We're being told only speed mushrooms, but still, they're pretty handy, I guess.
I'm pretty sure that updraft gliding is required.
For some of them,
they said that for the mouth boss or whatever the fuck.
But updraft gliding is like,
it's not that hard to get.
Crazy attainable. It's the second thing you get, basically.
Yeah.
Lean techniques is the third one, then.
Yeah.
Okay. Which, that's not that bad, but
you could literally have it at level 3 mastery.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be pretty annoying to have everything mastery gated. I mean, people were upset about having to do Itzel 4 for the story.
Fair enough, though.
Yeah, those ones aren't easy to get. Those ones are not easy.
Oh, what about spiders though? Then it is easy.
Spider farming?
Yeah.
Spider farming got nerfed because pugs figured out about it and they all started doing it wrong. And so, like, every time I went back to check on it, like, I'd just go look to see how they were doing it, and they were all doing it completely wrong. Oh. And you have people, like, fighting with each other and, like, killing spiders to, like, mess other people up.
Oh.
So spider farming got nerfed.
Because of that, yeah.
Wait, what happened to them? I haven't looked there for ages. What happened to them? Is that the nerf?
Yeah,
how did they
there's still veteran spiders.
Okay, it's just people it's people being silly, basically, is the problem now. Oh, okay.
Okay. So they didn't actually get officially nerfed by ArenaNet. Right. They just anyway.
Yeah.
So you blew through the content really fast. It's not a necessarily bad thing. That's good for you.
Yeah.
Now raids are coming up, so that's the thing you have looking forward to. And then after that, once you're done with what we have content for raids, probably Living Story is going to start coming out. So, I mean, just like the original game, it seems like they're releasing the things as you're completing it, and you're like the fastest completed.
There are plenty of people out there who are still like mastery level 8.
I'm mastery level 9.
Yeah. So releasing it as fast as there were people within like the first week, like the first 4 days that were level 161.
Yeah.
And like releasing stuff as fast as people like me or as fast as people like that complete it. I don't know, because I think that gets a little overwhelming. I think there are still people that feel overwhelmed because
Well,
raids are coming out.
but that's the thing, though. Like the things we're talking about, raids don't require 161 mastery points. They
Right.
require 9. Well, at least the raids we've seen so far.
Sure.
Or we probably will see. The first wing of raids, I doubt will require level 9 mastery in its lore or whatever. But after raids, I'm thinking probably the Living Story is going to come out, or some sort of maybe Dragon Bash. Maybe Dragon Bash. Could we just kill another dragon?
I think what they want is they want people to be focusing on doing like legendaries and stuff, because legendaries take an obscenely long time to do now.
Yeah,
Like,
but no,
they
always
feel legendary.
they always took a long time to do.
No, they
At the
didn't.
beginning of the game.
But they should.
No,
they should, because
absolutely not.
they should
Yeah,
take
they did.
ages.
When the game first came out, people didn't even know how to make legendaries. The first
You
legendary
think it
was
takes-
made maybe 4 or 5 months after the game came out.
Okay. After people started figuring out how to make them, you could just buy them.
Yes, but you needed the money for it. And at that point, the costs were a lot lower. That's true.
Yeah.
But only because
People
everything
got out
was
their credit cards.
Yeah.
But for a normal player who doesn't have a credit card, it still takes a long time to farm all that stuff.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean,
I think the time it takes to make a legendary is pretty good.
someone is at
because-
my door. Give me
Oh,
a second
okay.
to see what's happening.
Go
Oh,
for
shit.
it. What were you saying, Teapot?
I was going to say that the time it takes to make legendaries is, I think it's really good, because when you make it, you go, oh man, I made a legendary, guys.
I finally did it. Yeah.
Finally
No, I
did
like
it.
that.
And of course, once you have, say, your Rodgort, you never have to make a torch again. Because you can just turn it into any kind of torch you
Any
want.
torch you want. And then also, it's the better looking torch than any other torch in the game.
That is
so
true.
you just reskin
That
all
is
your other
true.
torches
Boom.
to look like a Rodgort.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do.
So when you have your legendary armor, suddenly you don't have to make another ascended set, because you can just turn it into another ascended set.
And it's going to be count bound, right? So you really only ever need to make 3 sets of legendary armor, 1 of each type.
Yeah. Because then you can just share it around to your other accounts and change it as you need.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
it's
what
going to
I'm
be the
doing.
dream, man. And then
It's
of
going to
course-
take 17 years to make
No.
3 sets of legendary armor, but it'll be worth it.
Now, what I am interested is how are they going to justify legendary trinkets, accessories or whatever they're called,
What do you, like what
amulets
is
and
legendary about
rings
them?
and things.
Well, it's going to be obviously change the stats.
But I mean, they have to look cool as well. So
They
are
have
they
to
going
look
to actually appear on your character?
Well, that's the thing. They sort of did something like that before, right? With those jewels that turn your character a different color. So they can probably make jewels that give some sort of aura. But if you have 6 different legendary
Exactly.
trinkets, what do you have? Like 6 different auras going
Wow.
on?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe instead of an aura, it'll be like glowing ring, glowing ring, glowing earring, glowing earring.
It seems Sir Hopple says it did not take people 4 months to make legendaries. They were starting to be made 2 months into the game. Still,
Starting to be made.
that is some time.
Okay, still a long time-ish. It's kind of crazy. First Eternity was made before it was 2 months old. Okay. First Eternity was made before it was 2 months old. That's crazy.
I'm pretty sure people had legendary weapons like in the betas and stuff.
What?
I think they did.
do
I'm
you
pretty
mean?
sure I saw a Dantean video with like some fucking guy in like one of the open betas or like a Twilight or something.
Damn.
Which is why I was
But
thinking,
how?
I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I'm just remembering it incorrectly.
You mean like previewed with the chat code?
No. Like he was running around with it and Dantean was like asking him questions about how he got it.
Huh.
I don't know if that may not be, I may be recalling it incorrectly, but
MMO Inks is not busy. He is unfortunately unwell today and unable to join us. No conspiracies. Yeah. There's conspiracy here. He's part of the Illuminati, so he can't make it. He had to go to the secret meeting where they sacrifice a chicken.
Yeah.
There you go. It's confirmed. Yeah. What were we even talking? What were we talking about?
Legendary
things.
So how do we do legendary trinkets?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. Maybe they won't.
I do.
Maybe. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whenever those come out, I'm probably just gonna play Fallout 4
again.
First two.
No, honestly, they probably don't even need to make legendary trinkets because
they're the easiest to obtain for sure.
Exactly.
Make them easy to get, and the only fucking purpose of having them is to switch the stats.
Yeah. But then they're not that legendary though. That's not very legendary, is it?
I don't think they're necessary. Or maybe, maybe they will anyway, though. Like,
for completeness.
For completeness, maybe something interesting to get. Like, if it does give you some sort of weird glow or a weird, like a light on your hand, I see people trying to get them. It's better than, people are paying what, 1,200 gold for the queen bee?
Oh, I thought they were playing more than that.
Or they used to be 3, when the farm was going on in the first place.
Ugh. And those the pumpkin, the colored gems are pretty expensive as well. They're a few hundred at least, I think. Or are they about 150?
They dropped down to like 20 to 40.
Oh. Okay.
But then they whenever they announced Halloween was going away, they immediately doubled.
Yeah. And they'll crawl up again. You got to hang on to them. They slowly. Yep. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, the legendary things could give you a halo or something, like the potions. I don't know why people were so hyped over those. Why did everyone want to go for those potions? They give you the horns or the halo. I don't really.
Oh yeah.
Never really cared about that at all.
Role playing.
What?
As a devil.
Role playing as Satan.
I do it.
Wait, what?
And then you with the what's it called? The outfit.
Oh yeah, is it the satyr outfit?
Yeah, the satyr outfit.
That gives you goat legs.
I don't think it's called satyr outfit.
I don't know.
I know, it doesn't matter. So what do you guys want to talk about?
Well, I got a legendary plasma rifle.
You did?
Yes. Experiment 18.
You made it?
I got it from a vendor in the Institute, and I put a sniper barrel on it. I put a marksman stock on it.
Okay,
and it's fucking awesome.
Nice.
And you can kill just about anything with it in one shot if you're sneaking.
That's pretty good. I kill everything in one shot with my normal sniper rifle. It's just a modified normal sniper rifle.
How did you modify it?
Made it powerful.
Okay.
And then I put a long, what's it called? Body.
Boarded. Oh,
Yeah.
You put a marksman stock on it.
Marksman stock. Basically anything to do as much damage as possible and most accuracy. It's good.
Does it have a 50 caliber receiver?
No, I'm still pretty low level, so I don't have. I didn't up my gun nut yet. I only upped it by 1. What's this? Satan confirmed. Yeah, that's me.
It's confirmarinoed.
So, how far in the game are you right now? Did you beat the storyline?
Yeah, I beat it once and I restarted.
Okay.
I was, I don't know, a little disappointed with some of the stuff in the story. If you like Fallout lore, you'll probably hate a lot of what happened in Fallout 4 because they just wrecked so much of it. They absolutely just threw the lore in the trash.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, you can find Jet in the vaults now. And Vault Tech was supposedly distributing that. But Jet wasn't made until 100-something years after the war because some guy figured out how to make it with Brahmin chemicals. And so that's a little weird. And then there's other stuff.
Well, this is 200 years after the war, so...
Yeah, but it was distributed by Vault Tech in the vaults.
Okay, so before...
The war started.
Not during the time. Okay.
Yeah, and there are like different power armors that supposedly came like before. I think they were supposed to, like all kinds of stuff.
Mm.
It's there's
Yeah.
there's
No.
a
Like for
there's a
instance,
there's a
yeah.
lot of shit on Reddit about all this stuff.
In the
Even.
polymer lab that I'm in,
Mhm.
they're discussing making polymers for power armor, and it
Yeah,
was pre-war. Although the power armor was in.
the X series power armor was made after the war on the Enclave oil rig. I
Okay.
think that happened in Fallout 2. And the T-51B, or the T-51 and T-45, I think were made before the war started. I don't even know when the T-60 was made because I don't remember that being in any of the other games.
I want to find the T-1000.
Oh. Rex thinks Ascended doesn't make a difference.
Rex is wrong.
Yeah, you are, bro. I'm sorry. But the thing about Rex is it's literally impossible for us to convince him otherwise, but...
That's fine.
Ascended does make a difference,
it does.
But to be fair, Ascended armor only might not make that huge of a
It's 5%.
Yeah, so it's 5%.
And the weapons are 5%, and the
Those are
trinkets are
5%.
5%.
So
it's
if you're gonna
15%.
if you're gonna go for Ascended stuff, obviously get your trinkets first. It's easy.
Yeah.
Then go for the weapons because you really only need one in some cases, and then go for the armor if you're trying to do raids. But I think maybe it'll be possible to do raids, at least the first wing, with not Ascended armor but Ascended trinkets and weapons.
I think it will be possible to do everything with exotics. It'll just be very, very difficult, and you'll have to not screw up at all. That's what I would hope,
think?
anyway.
That's gonna be impossible.
You think?
They said
I'm not
the
so
last
sure.
boss in the first wing is tuned to Ascended stuff.
Oh.
I don't know if that means that it's tuned for their playtesters to Ascended stuff and their playtesters aren't necessarily that good, or what. But we'll find out, I guess.
Someone asked me what my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh card was.
Is this the...
Someone already
I believe I know what
predicted
this
it
one...
correctly?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the one that is not printed in English, I believe.
let me get it out.
Here we
It's
go.
the best Yu-Gi-Oh card ever printed.
Okay.
It's the Dark Magician girl that's
Boom.
riding the magic wand. This is the best Yu-Gi-Oh card ever made, and it will never be printed in English.
Why is it very powerful?
No, it's
It
the
has
image.
cleavage, and it's
He's Brazil mentioned this, I think, 2 weeks ago.
yeah. Like I have like English and Japanese like original art Dark Magician girls. You won't be able to see the difference on the webcam, but like the cleavage is like airbrushed over on the English ones, so it's not like
0
I
out
don't
of
know.
10.
Yeah,
0 out of 10.
they're very adamant about censoring the English cards for whatever reason. Brazil became fucking neckbeard.
2.0 or 2
Wait,
ono?
2
I don't know.
divided by...
You can't divide by 0,
What?
man. You just can't.
the hell?
I don't know.
I don't...
Brazil, have you ever thought of doing something with your beard? Like styling it in some way?
Yeah. I've been thinking about cutting it off too.
But only for a legendary. Or was it?
for the Great Saw.
Great Saw.
The Great Saw, yeah.
We've got a lot of things at stake here. Nemesis will give you his account if you kill the Ascalonian Fractal boss in 10 seconds.
seconds.
Brazil will shave his beard if you give him a Great Saw. The stakes really high on tea time.
And I'll take off my shirt if you give me something.
So
I don't
We
know.
have to have a
There's nothing else.
contest sometime to see who's hairier between the two of us.
I'm probably hairier.
You probably are.
Yeah.
I'm really hairy, but my problem is that I'm also fat, so the hair is like it's distributed differently. If I was skinny, it would be like really thick.
Okay.
So
No, I mean, look. Show me your arm, for example.
it's light. You
Okay,
can't
so
really-
there you go. No, there's no way that you're hairier than me.
Yeah, you're pretty hairy. I also had all of my hair burned off like about a year ago, so
Oh,
it's
how
short.
did that happen?
I was trying to light a grill.
Ah, yes.
And
I
not a
remember
girl,
this.
a grill, because that's... Anyways, I was trying to light a grill because I was grilling steaks with a friend, and he went inside of his house, and I was out with the grill, and so like I had poured about a whole bottle of lighter fluid into it, and it wasn't lighting, and so like I had the lighter, and I stuck my hand down into the grill to like move the logs around, and as soon as I did that, the wind picked up, and I was on fire. So all of
Nice.
my hair was burned off.
Nice.
Like I had like half of an eyebrow. It was pretty bad.
So
It's really weird because there's just like you look at your arm, like I like looked at my limbs to like make sure I still had them, and I was like, what is this? And like because there was like ash on them, and it looked like, I guess it kind of looked like hair, I guess, but like I like brushed over it and it just came off, and it was just like pink sensitive skin, and it just like I just took my hand and went like that and like rubbed my arm, and there's no hair on it.
So you stuck your hand in a girl and you had pink sensitive skin.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. But when you said you don't care about Legendary Armor Brazil, did you mean it?
Yeah, I don't care about it. I'm not gonna make any effort to get it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think it's going to be too much of a grind, or what? Or you just actually just don't care?
I don't mind grinds necessarily because farming COF for 12 hours straight and farming spiders for upwards of 12 hours is very grindy. But it's like repetitive, mindless stuff that I can do while talking to other people, and I don't mind that.
I can't do that anymore. I
Going
used to be able to
out-
do that. I can't do that anymore. I just would rather do other things.
Yeah. Me going and spending a lot of time on one task out of 100 tasks that are all like stupid to do. Like I don't have any interest in doing that. Like I haven't done any of the collections for any of the specialization weapons because I have to go out of my way to get other stuff to do stuff. And then that results in like one thing. I have no interest in going out and adventuring and exploring in this game because there's no reason to other than just the specializations. Like the one collection that I did do was the Mist Ward armor for my Revenant because I wanted that. And that was a really easy one. Like it was extremely easy to do. Like half of the stuff that you needed for it was on the trading post. And the other half of it, you had to go out and kill enemies for like 3 minutes, and then I got it. And you had to do
except
world
the shark for the head wrap.
Yeah, that was the only one. But now people figured out how to do it, and they just kind of do it. They figured out that you just range it and don't break its bar, and it's really easy.
I still need to do that actually. It's always always a new Hoch lane. Always fails.
Yeah.
Feels bad, man.
People are still talking about percentage damage in chat, and it just reminded me there was a change to Berserker not too long ago where they basically changed many traits in the class to be a little bit less one line of the traits in the class to be a little less condition damagey and one and more direct damagey.
Yeah.
Have you looked at that and tried to see what kind of effect that'll have in dungeons?
You're asking me?
You don't do
I don't
Warrior at
care
all,
about
eh?
Berserker.
Okay.
I like Warrior. I don't like Berserker.
You don't like Berserker? Because I've been trying it out a little bit, and it does a hell of a lot of damage now.
That's fine.
Like,
I'll just play Failing Strength if I'm going to play Warrior.
okay, fair enough. Failing Strength's good. You can still do Failing Strength with Berserker.
Yeah, you probably can, but I think you're giving up too much.
In what?
Arms.
For the
Berserker line. Arms has Furious.
Yeah, but that's only condition damage.
No, Arms lets you build up your adrenaline faster.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Crits give like double adrenaline or something. I think it's double.
Yeah, like crits with axes, no?
Everything.
With Furious?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look at that again.
Arms is good, but Berserker beats it now. Interesting.
Who's
I
telling me
thought
that?
so.
Darth Greg.
Okay.
Because, yeah, you got 7% extra damage while you're in Berserk, 10% extra damage while you're in Berserk, basically, after you pop Berserk.
I mean, I'm not saying
14% extra crit damage from your 14% extra of 40% of your precision is turned to crit damage.
Sure. I'm not saying the damage from it isn't higher or the damage isn't good. I'm aware of what the damage potential is. It just doesn't do anything that I can't already do that I feel like I need to do on Warrior. Like, if I want to play a Phalanx Strength Warrior, I don't need Berserker for it, and I don't really give a shit about Warrior outside of that. Like, I guess I lost interest in Warrior when they nerfed the movement skills. But I mean, I have like 3,000 hours on my Warrior.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's not that I don't know anything about it. I just don't really, do we have bots again?
You're not feeling it.
No,
I think that's
that
all,
guy-
I just don't, it's like
no.
Dragon Hunter on Guardian. Like, I'm aware that it can do damage. I'm aware of what it does. I just don't care about it.
Locke is a real guy. Don't worry.
Alright.
Yeah.
He's a real
No,
guy.
he's...
He's
Darth
not a bot.
Greg, yeah, he makes a good point. It doesn't bring anything to the table other than improvement in DPS. For PvP condition builds, it brings in a little bit more interest to the weapons. Like, you could use your mace in a more fun way. Taunting is kind of fun. Well, not anymore, but it used to be fun, and you could bleed people at the same time. But no, you're right. Berserkers, I'm not entirely sold on it either, but I do think that if I do raids, I might. It's either Chronomancer or Berserker I'm be running, because I feel like the Berserker is going to be doing a lot of damage.
I think I'm just going to run Revenant and auto attack and press impossible odds.
Seriously though, I just freaking started using Revenant, and I made this stupid build that's ridiculously damagey. It was doing 5k auto attacks on the on like the golems, basically by doing nothing.
Yes.
What build was it?
It was Glint and Shiro, and while you're walking places, you stay in Glint, Herald, and just, give yourself all the boons. And then you have like 15 stacks of might before going into a fight, and then when you switch, you pop your F2 to get more boons, and use your healing skill, and either do impossible odds with the quickness or just auto attack, and you're doing 5k hits. It's insane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
25k DPS.
25k theoretical DPS, I suppose. And then it works out as 12 and a half with exotics and stuff. I don't know. I would say that I would I'd take one for the team and use the old illicit DPS meter, but I don't know, I'd probably screw it up and not play properly. I don't know. Maybe you should do that, Brazil. You could say a friend did it for you.
I don't know how much I care about any of it anymore.
But I don't know. It'd be pretty interesting to find out how much damage we actually do.
I can tell you it's nowhere near as high as spreadsheets.
Yeah, sure. But it's
probably like a third.
Say if it was just the boss was just standing still though, like a golem.
You're talking about in raids?
Yeah.
That's still not possible. If the boss is standing still, you still have to have people running across the room to do X mechanic, and you still have to be avoiding X mechanic as it gets close to you. Like the Veil Guardian, you have to avoid the singularities or whatever they're called.
The
you have to avoid those and the little balls that come in to damage you. And you also have to have people running around standing in the circle so it doesn't just wipe the raid. And you have to have a tank who's actually capable of doing what they're doing. They have to block and not die to the boss. So even in a perfect scenario where everybody's like a pro player, where you have 10 Gokus in a raid, it doesn't matter because there are still mechanics that have to be considered. So you're never going to have spreadsheet DPS. And even people don't realize yet. People still don't realize that a raid is like fighting a boss for 8 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less, maybe 7 minutes. That's long. That's a long time to be fighting something perfectly. Like if you're playing a warrior where you have a rotation, you're not going to do it perfectly for 7 minutes straight, especially not when there are other mechanics that are trying to hurt you or you have to deal with. It's not going to happen. Like even Revenant auto attacking, like you're not going to be able just to auto attack all the time. So
Yeah. Do we want to open it up for questions from the audience?
I guess nothing particularly significant has happened. Have we talked
Not
about
this
everything?
week.
I mean, should we just kind of mock people who like World versus World as well for a bit or something?
I feel
Haha.
bad. I don't know. It's sad. It's sad to me. It's like
I am actually quite sad about this because of course it was I don't know, I if I recall correctly, it was kind of quite a big selling point for Guild Wars 2 when it was
And I loved it.
announced, and I was kind of think, wow, this is really cool. Servers
It is
versus
really. It
servers.
still is
but
really.
then they
cool.
saw Elder Scrolls Online do it and they didn't care anymore.
Yeah, the execution was somewhat lacking there though. Do you think?
Yeah.
In Elder Scrolls Online?
I don't know. I never played it. I don't care about it. People
Oh,
keep asking me why I choose Givers and Sinister over Vipers because I made that build like the day the expansion came out and I didn't know that Vipers existed.
Oh,
So there's your answer.
boom.
Fair enough.
Viper's OP.
So for World versus World, I mean, what are we gonna do? We gotta fix World versus World. That's our goal right now.
Someone said put gliding in the map, and I honestly think that would be really good. It might have been you, Boots.
That would be
actually.
cool.
In the new map. Yeah.
In the new maps,
sure.
yeah. I honestly think if they do that, suddenly it's way better.
I mean, even in the old maps, it's not like there was places that were you can't glide to inside a keep on the old maps. There's no high places around there that you could cheat with. So you could probably put gliding in the old maps too, and you wouldn't present any kind of problems. Yeah, gliding would be great.
Or maybe just
But then-
just add some masteries in. So say you have the mushrooms as well and stuff like that, the bouncy shrooms, the go faster ones. Not any of the
But
kind
they-
of the game breaking ones though that make you really overpowered or something, but definitely the ones that help you get around faster. Because the maps are huge. Let's be real here. They're absolutely
Yeah.
massive.
But don't you think that might, and by might I mean definitely lead to the people who don't have the expansion complaining hardcore about how it's pay to win?
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah. In fact, that's probably why they didn't do that, isn't it, really?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh well. At what point, probably a year from now, I'm going to guess a year from now, I was going to say, what point do you think ArenaNet will be at the point where they're just like, you know what, screw you free-to-players. We're putting gliding into this because it'll really help World versus World, and you can complain if you want to, but you should have bought by now.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I don't think they're going to do that. They want to. I think Guild Wars 2 want to be the friendly MMO. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
alright.
doing a good job. They're making me very friendly by all these fractal changes.
Do you think they are good, well-intentioned though? To a certain extent, do you not think it? I don't think it's malicious.
I think there are a lot of people that had well intentions or good intentions in their perspective. Like, I think Kylo Ren probably has some pretty good intentions.
Oh. God damn it, Brazil.
I think Morjamoth had good intentions. He just wanted to fucking take over.
Yeah, so he could rule it like it should be ruled. Like a hive mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess the closest thing you could say that was kind of a little bit kind of mean was the Fractal rewards, how they made you have to buy keys.
Now it just feels like RuneScape.
What?
That was, I guess, not
Wait,
great.
what?
I think the
How was
only
that like
thing that
RuneScape?
looked to me, the only thing in the history of the game that I don't think had good intentions towards it was when any decision that was made was when they changed the way you exchange gems in the gem store to
yeah. Set
to like
amounts.
400, etc., and
Yeah.
remove the ability to
Do a custom exchange.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that was the only time that it wasn't good intentions. It was,
Sure.
but but then they changed it again, changed it back. So, they learn from their mistakes.
Yeah, that was a bit too cheeky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hashtag sellout. What? We didn't even sell out though. Oh,
Hey,
someone
it's Terry
sold.
Hesticles.
Yeah, Terry Hesticle sold out for me.
Oh yeah, good.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
What did he do?
He posted the referral link, I believe.
That's nice. Okay.
Is there mounts in this game? I'm. Is
Yes.
this guy trolling? I think
No, they've been here before.
Oh, okay. Well,
not new.
I guess glider is a bit like mount, I suppose. Kind of.
Kind of.
But you don't need
There's
mounts
also-
when you can just teleport everywhere with waypoints.
Yeah.
So.
There's also the flying broom. That's
Wow.
kind of like a mount.
Wow card. Wow. That's people asking good questions.
Yeah. Everybody put question
Oh,
and ask good questions. Zach, I'm talking to you.
I don't think he's capable of that. He's only capable of putting Frank as E.
The stream's offline.
Oh, really?
Is it?
Oh my god.
Oh no.
What?
Low energy though. Low energy.
It doesn't actually say the oh, no. Oh, it's back now. What the fuck? Oh. I have honestly no idea what happened there. Ah.
Stream is back. Hello, friend.
I was just thinking about that song before.
Does the game freeze a lot? No, it doesn't. But sometimes it crash. It used to sometimes crash
On the
final
32-bit client. Yeah.
on the 32-bit client, but when you have a 64, it's pretty
Good
good.
to go.
Pretty good.
Turns out it's pretty good. You can't keep a good man down, Kappa. Yeah. And should we briefly discuss the other raids you get? The other raids you get from the rewards? No, the other rewards you get. You get 2 gold from
2 gold?
2 gold for a boss. And
Imagine if the reward was 2 gold for a boss, and there was still repair costs in the
You're
game.
telling me it's 2 gold from a boss that I can kill once a week for the rewards?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think-
But
Is
you
it
can also
two-
get mastery experience, which I guess is kind of worthless for you, but
Yeah.
Is the 2
Well,
gold a
no,
weekly
because there's going to
reward?
be raiding masteries too.
Is the 2
sure.
gold a weekly reward or just a reward in general?
Yeah, the first time you kill each boss a week, you'll get 2 gold. And how many
So-
bosses a week? Is it 4 wings we're getting with
I'm-
this?
I'm very,
This-
very, very concerned about raiding masteries. Because are they going to be like the fractal masteries where supposedly you get better stuff and it just doesn't matter at all? So there's no reason for it to exist?
Yes.
Is it going to make the raid easier? Like, what's it going to
No.
do?
No.
Because the fractal masteries let you get, like, more AR, I think. And they give you things in the fractals that make them easier.
Really?
Yeah, they let you access that other island. Maybe that's just by doing level 50. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe it's just things in the fractals that make them easier. But
Raid masteries. Yeah. Well, let's talk about that. What could it possibly be?
better rewards, because there's fractals. The fractal masteries give you better rewards, right?
well, they don't. But they're
Well,
supposed to. I
Okay,
guess.
yeah, they're supposed to. So maybe, or maybe they unlock an extra boss or something if you master a raid wing,
That'd be kind of cool.
you can get to the other boss or something, or saying, or
Oh, that would be
maybe
really cool, actually.
maybe you unlock. Let's see, because if they make it just so you can circumvent mechanics, that's kind of stupid, and just trivial. Well, I won't trivialize it, but it'll be
the
just
worst idea.
It'll be silly.
Also, honestly, making it so that your rewards get better as you improve your masteries is also a bad idea.
But what else can they do?
What else could... I mean, the thing you just came up with, it sounds fantastic.
You think? Kind of unlock
I think
another
so.
boss?
Yeah, like you could only do this boss if you've completed the raid 20 times, let's say, because that's how you get your mastery points.
It'll be just like the fucking new Hawk King that you have to fight daily.
And you have to
You'll just approach the last boss in the raid and it'll say you're not worthy.
Yeah, I like it. And then when you fight him, it's like too hard to beat. I like it.
It'll be like Swan, the super mutant behemoth. Have you found that guy yet, Boots?
Swan?
Swan.
I have not, but I did see a... Was that you that... Yeah, it was your video.
That was my video.
Yeah, where you shot
that guy scared the fucking shit out of me.
Was he hard?
Yes. Let me explain.
Because he's in a pool of
it's
like...
a behemoth. They're hard. Yeah. Like he has a boat anchor that he like kills you. It's like fighting Nautilus from League of Legends, basically.
Oh, cool.
Except the way you find him, like... Oh my god. First of all, like, the main problem is that the pond he's in has, like, grass and shit in it, so it doesn't really look like water. So I was just, like, running and wasn't paying attention and just, like, ran into it. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm in water. And then I realized, like, where I was. I was like, oh, okay, there's, like, a little one of those plastic swan boats in the middle of the pond. Oh, that's cool. And so I, like, went up to it, and suddenly it stands up and, like, roars. And it's just like growing out of the back of a huge super mutant.
Oh, that's so cool.
And it's like, oh, fuck. And then he just killed me.
Oh.
It was great.
But then
you had your rifle and you stood like...
Yeah, I recorded that video after like 20 minutes of trying to kill him.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I ran in... Actually, no, like I said, I'm not that far into the game. I ran into my first super mutant this morning, right before getting on with you guys. In the Brotherhood 115 place in Cambridge. It's like a military veteran house where it's actually the place where your character was supposed to speak that night.
Yeah.
The night before. And his name is Deadeye. And I actually went into the back door of the building, and because of that I think I got really lucky, because otherwise you sort of like come up right up to him in the first minute or so. So I went in the back door, which let me be like upstairs and far away, and so I just sniped him in the head, and he was dead with a sneak attack. So he probably would have been a really tough fight if it wasn't for the fact that, you know, my rifle's good.
Yeah. Sneak is really strong.
Mm-hmm.
I think
that reminds me, I gotta... What?
I think we should just stop talking and just let Rex argue. Who's he arguing with?
Yeah, who's Rex talking to? Oh, Tuirid?
Tuirid.
What are they arguing about?
I don't know, actually. They've been going for ages now, so...
Oh, about Ascended Gear.
Is it? I don't know.
Oh, they're still talking about the 5% from...
I beat the raid with my team. You haven't? Well, congratulations, Tuirid.
Nice.
I went in the back door. That's right, Card. I went in the back door.
I've done that before.
Whoa.
Card is probably going to start telling everyone about the dream I had the other night now.
Would you like to share, Brazil?
Yeah. Story time with Brazil.
I'm just going to wait and see if Card posts about it before I say it.
Oh, and his name is...
John Cena.
Do you dream about John Cena?
Yeah, a little bit. And, you know...
And how muscular he is.
Yeah. And then that happened.
Oh my God.
And when I did that, his theme song started playing. And
What?
I woke up and I was laying in bed thinking, I was like replaying everything that happened, like thinking about that. And I was like, I can't believe I just had a dream like that.
But hold on a second. Not only did you have that dream,
Yeah.
but then after you had that dream, you decided to continuously replay that in your head.
I was thinking about like how would that happen? How would I have a dream like that? And so I like got up and like messaged Card on Skype. I was like, I just had a dream that I banged John Cena. And Card like didn't say anything, and then I log into Guild Wars 2 the next day, and like everyone in my guild is linking me the John Cena theme song video.
Nice card.
So it's great.
Nice. That was a fatal flaw decision, Brazil.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Also, announcing it on stream, probably not the best idea.
Oh, no, my internet is dying. Do I sound like a robot?
Yeah, the stream just died again.
Not
Yeah.
to me. You sound fine to me.
My internet, no, why? Oh my god.
Ugh.
Fuck me.
It was a decent amount of people
Yeah.
for just us.
Our internet is so...
Yeah.
My internet is fucking dog shit, guys.
Hmm.
I thought that like Britain was supposed to have good internet, or is it just like
No.
all English-speaking countries that have bad internet?
It's good. My internet is not so great.
Mine's okay, I guess. I can't really complain about it.
I can't complain because it's unlimited.
Yeah. Mine's
I
bad
can't-
sometimes.
Oh my god. Wait, is it back yet?
I don't know.
Just come back, please.
That's what Brazil did to John Cena.
Wow.
Do 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 do.
Oh, it's actually broken, I think.
Oh shit.
But my internet is fine now. Has it reconnected? I think it has. No, it hasn't. Why? What the fuck? I'm not even dropping any frames.
You want to call it?
What the hell? Just work. Work. Wow.
You have to talk about Virgil.
Virgil.
Virgil, the scientist from Fallout 4.
Oh.
Have you gotten that far yet?
I have not gotten that far. I still haven't gone to Diamond City yet. I've been putzing around everywhere else.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you been to Good Neighbor?
Maybe? Maybe not?
There's a ghoul mayor that wears like a red coat outfit, and he stabs a guy as soon as you go in.
Oh, no.
You haven't been there? Okay.
No.
There's
Should I
a
shoot him
there's a-
before he stabs a guy?
No. You want to, when you get in there, you want to go in the hotel.
Okay.
There's a really, really good Easter egg
Oh.
in there.
I think we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
I'm sorry guys, I have no way of doing anything about this. It's... My internet is fucking shit. Just go tell Virgin Media they're useless and they should probably commit suicide.
I'm going to answer Terry Hesticles. Yeah, I'd probably just use Viper Armor with Superior Root of the Berserker. That's fine. I mean, that's what
Berserker's so good.
I would be using that if I had it. I don't have it, and I don't care about getting it. So,
I love Superior Rhythm of Berserker.
Yeah.
So good. So good. And how much better is Viper than Sinister?
I don't know. I don't care. I can't be bothered to min-max math anymore.
Yeah.
Brazil, what's happening to you, man?
Nothing.
What's happening to you?
I'm just tired of, this dumb shit happening.
Press F to res the stream. Yeah. You didn't do it though, did you?
Brazil Viper is better than Sinister under Kanji duration cap, correct?
Until the Condi duration cap, basically.
But well, it's kind of interesting. Do you think that you don't really need to play 100% optimally to beat the raid boss? Do you think actually dealing
You
with
can't play 100% optimally.
You know what I mean though. You know what I mean. So what I mean is not 100% optimally, but as well as you can given the mechanics of the raid. Or do you think it's more important to actually not get hit by anything, not get teleported and stuff? Do you not need the absolute min-max gear? Is that not as important as dodging all the shit?
I think to a degree, skill is always going to be more important than gear. But enraged timers make that. They kind of changed that, so I don't know. Because, I mean, you used to see, like, Cleric, Warrior, Lupicus solos, where, like, you can't do that if you're bad still. But you can't also beat a raid boss with everyone in Cleric's gear, because you won't have enough damage. Brazil looks really angry. Why do I look angry? I don't look any different than I normally look.
Or do you?
You do. I think you do.
Mike, whatever is snooping as usual, I see.
What? Do you know this guy?
No.
Oh.
Okay, let's take some questions.
All right.
Everybody.
Why?
Yeah, there you go. To Brazil.
Why did you betray Necromancers and bandwagoned Revenant?
Revenant's more fun.
Wait a second. You said Revenant's more fun?
Yeah.
Doing
Revenant's
what do you do with your Revenant?
everything.
You don't
It.
just auto attack.
Yeah.
Why would you use
But
shit gear when you don't know?
You have to time it. You have to time, like, you have to give consideration to your choices of playing Revenant. Like, do I stay in the stance and leave passives on for everyone else in the party? Do I switch to this stance and execute an enemy? And if I do, at what point do I do that? I like the management aspect of it, like energy management, that stuff.
Yeah.
Reaper, I don't know. It's not that I don't like Reaper. I don't know. I like playing Revenant more.
Reaper feels very face roll right now. It feels like so powerful in PvP. Every time I come across one, it's just the same thing. It's the same build, the same insane tanky, damagey thing. They're great. They're fantastic. They're just, maybe too good.
I think the amount of evades they have is quite frustrating to play against.
Reaper?
No, not Reaper, Revenant.
Oh, I thought
I don't know.
You just said Reaper in PvP.
Yeah, I'm talking about Reaper.
Oh. Wait,
But Revenant's also very strong in PvP. I've been fighting...
The way you were describing it, I thought you were talking about Revenant. Is this? I don't know.
They're both very...
I'm not that scared of Reapers, honestly. In PvP.
Yeah?
No.
What do you do to Reapers?
Just kill them. I mean, if you, I
What
play
do you
Daredevil. I play some Daredevil. You just completely destroy them. You can just dodge everywhere and just go crazy,
yeah,
and they don't do anything,
yeah.
and they just die. Especially 1v1. Daredevil is pretty disgusting in my opinion. I mean, once you manage to keep them on the ground, they die pretty fast, but that's not easy. And Chronomancer is just, oh my god.
Have you played Berserker in PvP? Yes. Yes, I have. I altered my blocking Condi build to include Berserker instead of... I don't know, I think it was either Arms or Discipline. I think I had Arms for a while there. Yeah, it's fun, but it's not as powerful as a lot of things out there. But you can get some crazy Condi bursts off with the Skull Grinder.
The mace.
But it's not as good anymore because that included the time where it was a taunt and a bleed. So now it's a taunt and extra damage, and it's not as interesting. It's not as good. Shinryuku says, Darth says Shin has a good Berserker PvP build. I believe it. I'll go take a look. It's probably Sinister, or probably, probably, maybe Viper now.
Question, Teapot. How do you feel as a big cog in the war and the DPS drama? The reason I find the drama entertaining is because to me it's an incredibly trivial issue that is just almost pointless. And I actually find... Now, I will demonstrate my lack of bias here. I consider Nemesis's position to be kind of nitpicky and almost a bit unnecessary, really. To me, it is just a matter of definitions. and just arguing over that is just it's kind of a quibbling, pointless thing, in my opinion. And a lot of people actually accused people. I might as well address this now because it will give me personal satisfaction. A lot of people accused all of us of being really biased towards Nemesis and saying, we just hate all the D&T types who adhere to the spreadsheet stuff. But actually, the main reason we had him on was because he got no platformed on every other medium, and I don't like that. That makes me very unhappy when his posts get removed from Reddit and he's banned from the forums and stuff. That's just not... And the stream just crashed again. Fuck my life.
Oh boy. I don't remember being pro Nemesis in that thing. I thought I...
Oh no, we are just because we associate with him. You know how it is.
Okay.
I can't do anything about this. There's literally nothing I can do.
Nemesis DDoS. Are we back? It looks like we're back.
I remember taking Nemesis's viewpoints and moderating.
People were complimenting you on moderating. It was more that they were aiming at me and Brazil.
And probably
I think.
But I don't. Here's the thing about Brazil. Brazil does not give a fuck about what you say about him. You can say Brazil's a fat, hairy, neckbeard asshole who likes tanky builds and condition damage and hates everyone in D&T, and I really just don't care because it doesn't make a difference to me at all. So, okay, I'm going to play Fallout 4. I'm going to be happy.
Fair enough. Fallout 4 is fun right now. Fallout 4 is very fun.
Brazil is a fat fucking casual neckbeard asshole.
Yeah.
Damn. He also talks about himself in the third person. So there's a thing. Yeah.
What were you saying about that, Teapot?
I was just saying the main reason we had him on here is because he kind of got removed and taken down everywhere because the people on the subreddit don't like him. I guess the people on the forums don't like him that much. And no one was...
I didn't even know he was coming on. Actually, I came on.
Yeah.
I came on for tea time. I thought it was just a normal tea time, and then hi Nemesis.
Yeah.
How's it going? That was fun.
Just me, or is there no visual? I think
Fresh.
Might be just you. I hope it is. I just want to kill the stream so I can make the internet not terrible. Well, that's not possible. We like Nemesis on r/Dank Wars too. I like Brazil too. I appreciate his no fucks attitude and his cut the BS attitude.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, TLDR, we had him here because no one liked him, pretty much. Teapot rolling these ads like crazy today. Hope it's worth it for you. Seeing as I don't get anything, not really.
Is that why the stream keeps on going down? Because it keeps cutting to ads or something and it wrecks something?
No, every time the stream restarts, because it crashes, it has to roll a pre-roll ad, because that's how Twitch works. Every time you come onto a stream, it rolls a pre-roll ad, which is actually really annoying. Yeah. It's
so I'd say the whole Nemesis point is true, that the spreadsheet DPS is not at real life DPS. Hold on a second, Brazil.
No, go ahead.
Spreadsheet DPS is not real life DPS, and you should, if you're trying to beat stuff in the game, you want to tailor your build to be good for the situation. I mean, I thought that was obvious, but spreadsheet DPS is still, important to know in specific situations what is the best thing. But I think the main point that Nemesis made that made the most sense, that wasn't just sort of like obviously, was that if people are telling everybody that this is the only build you should use and this is the spreadsheet DPS, it's 20% better than this other class, it could give some bias towards or against classes. So I think that's the takeaway I got from it that I wasn't even thinking about.
I have to admit I wasn't paying attention to any of that, but sure.
That's fine. No fucks given.
Did the stream die again?
I think so. I think we should just end this. My internet is not capable of doing this.
Alright.
Yeah. I'll just wait till it comes back.
Oh, it's back. It's back. Now I have my opportunity.
What's
This
your
is for the
opportunity?
Fabled Umbra. I found a card better than this.
Oh.
You'll be proud of me.
Oh my god.
Hey, what
It's
is that?
this one. It's this one.
Hang on, I can't see that properly.
Nurse Reficule, the Fallen One. I'll read its effect. Any effect that would cause your opponent to gain life points instead inflicts the same amount of damage to your opponent. So there are cards that are literally your opponent gains 3,000 life points. But this makes them take 3,000 in damage.
Nice.
That's
My
what
boy!
It's not a trap,
There we
though.
go.
It is not a trap.
It's a monster. There's a trap that does the same thing.
Oh. PogChamp.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. There's a Hearthstone card that basically does that.
Hearthstone's shit and no one should play it. But you'll never hear me say that.
Wait, you
Because
just did.
I like to
You
farm
literally
my
just
farm
said that.
Yeah.
on Twitch. This card's also pretty good too. This one here. It's also Japanese and it will never come out in English.
Hating best card game. Wow.
So before the stream crashes again,
Yeah. Should we end it now?
should we end it? Yeah.
Yeah, we probably should. Yeah, the internet is not very good for some reason. Well, oh well.
If you want, I could start the Skype. No, never mind. We have to reorganize everything.
I think we have kind of discussed more or less everything that's happened anyway.
Basically. I have to go take a piss because I drank fucking water.
Oh. A true has. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Before you go, Brazil, what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Mint chocolate chip.
What about you, Boots?
Probably what's it called? Half baked
Oh, okay.
from Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah.
It's half chocolate. It's half cookie dough and half chocolate fudge brownie.
Okay.
I'd probably say probably caramel. I think it's delicious.
Caramel ice cream.
Yeah, it's the good stuff.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. The stream's probably gonna crash soon because my internet sucks. So if you got any questions, you might as well ask them. If there are no questions that are coherent or sensible, we'll just end here. Quit while we're ahead, if you will. After all, not a great deal has happened because, of course, they're about to drop raids on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So, wait,
Which
is that
I am
Tuesday?
excited
It's
about.
17.
I'm worried about finding a raid team though. I don't know if that's gonna happen for me. I have my group of friends that aren't really hardcore.
Good. You're fucked.
I know.
It's time to you know, just
Yeah,
join
time.
Brazil's guild. Get in the Guardians.
I have huge doubts that Brazil's guild would have me.
We have Jebro.
Oh yeah?
With me. You could come.
Okay, maybe I'll do that then. Let me know.
Oh yeah.
I'm really happy because Dolphy was in our guild. I don't know if Dolphy's still in or not, maybe. My guess is no. But Dolphy again got a lot of people in EG to help her with guides. And on all of the credit pages it says Eternal Guardians.
Oh no.
And it's Ethereal Guardians.
I've seen a lot of people make that mistake.
And there goes the
actually.
stream.
Yeah. I don't know. Well,
That's
well, that's still going for me. Feels good, man.
Zach, how do you feel about the utter
That's
lack of
not-
dogs in Guild Wars 2? What are you talking about? There's dogs in Guild Wars 2.
There are plenty of dogs.
There's like one type, but still. There's actual dogs.
Yeah, Crichton Drakehound.
Yeah. Tell the story again. Okay, you have to finish the story before the stream crashes again.
The Dolphy story?
Yeah, you have to tell the Dolphy story, I guess. I think
Dolphy
that's what
joined EG, Ethereal Guardians, and then Dolphy got people in EG to help with guides, And Dolphy credited all of the guides that EG helped with as Eternal Guardians, which is
better
the
name.
wrong word.
It's a better name.
Is it the better name though? It's pretty
Wait, what's yours?
ethereal.
Ethereal? No, Eternal is better.
Is it though?
Sorry, buddy.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that, man.
How do you spell ethereal?
How do you spell ethereal?
Yeah, do you do it with an E or do you AE?
It's E.
Someone wants to... Rex is asking if we're going to do a Mystic Builds raid team. I don't think it's possible to do it with randomly generated builds, but I don't know. We actually have some really good players who play Mystic Builds, so I think we probably could do raids with the people contained within the Salt Guild, the Team Mystic Builds. Honestly, I think we could probably do it. We should definitely try that sometime. We have to organize it though, and the problem is the people, the good people within the guild are obviously part of other guilds which are also good. So, yeah. Yeah, Ethereal sounds better. Umbra is on your side, Brazil.
Nice.
Should be Ethereal.
Ethereal? Oh, that's a bit roleplay though, isn't it?
I mean, with a name like Ethereal Guardians, it's basically Roleplay City.
Roleplay Fiesta. Okay, Brazil, who are you? Do I even know you? What are you even doing?
I'm John
here?
Cena.
No, you're not. You're his lover.
You can find me on YouTube by searching BrazilGW2. You can find me on Twitter at BrazilGW2. And that's about everywhere you can find me. So go Boots.
I'm Boots from World of Enders. You can find me at YouTube/World of Enders. And you could probably also find me on Twitter. I do that at World of Enders as well. There you go.
Okay. Well, this is the Twitch channel. It doesn't normally crash as much as this, but it's it's always a fun game to predict when the stream's going to crash. Courtesy of Virgin Media's horrible internet. But you could follow this right now. Cringe fist. There we go. Oh. You could follow the stream. It's good for your health, obviously. I can actually just claim that. How do I not find you, Kappa? Wow. Wait, what? Which part are you laughing at? It's all pretty good right now.
Rim.
Yeah.
Gay porn into the search bar. Gachimuchi, that's what you need to look for. Or Van Darkholm. But yeah. I make YouTube videos as well. And all the tea times, someone was saying I need to Nerd it or something. I can't remember the name. That I should load to YouTube. Don't worry, they're all on YouTube. So you can go and watch them.
And for Teapot's Terrible Teams, we gotta shift things up a little bit, I think.
Yes, we must.
Yes, we do. We gotta do that. Start coming up with new teams.
Yes. We're gonna cook up some creative ideas for next Saturday. Are you here next Saturday?
Should be. I think so.
Yeah. Good.
What's the date? The
And
20...
streaming StarCraft 2.
21.
Okay. So be sure to follow me, follow everyone here, subscribe to everyone here as well, then follow everyone again on Twitter. Although you don't need to follow Brazil on Twitch because he uses YouTube instead. So don't follow his Twitch channel. Nothing will happen there.
Yeah,
well,
I haven't
right
been
now
streaming
anyway.
much because there's nothing to do in Guild Wars 2.
That's not true.
You could just stream yourself, doing
Fallout 4.
Dragon Stand every day,
Yeah, I could.
just for all day. And you
I
can
finished Dragon Stand. I finished everything in there. I'm never going back.
check
You
out
bought everything from the vendor?
I don't care about the stuff from the vendor.
Check out all the things below, the schedules, loads of things you can press on, including links to everyone here. But until next time, which is probably on Tuesday, because I guess I have to stream raids. It'll be pretty dank. No, not you guys.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could go and watch a Brazil video and see him right now. That is the magic of the internet. Same with
That's
Boots.
true.
You could go and see them all right now. But yes.
You can
Until
also
then,
see them all right now, and we're here.
Yes. But we won't be in a minute.
That's true.
So until then, we will bid you adieu, Should we do a synchronized cringe fist?
I'm gonna do 2 at once.
Oh god.
Oh god.
That is horrible.
I think that's too many.